Guys, there are currently some rumors floating around in China that BYD is considering purchasing Nio. Now, on the one hand, this would be good. On the other hand, this would be very bad. I want to explain what I mean by that. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching The Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Rumors recently. Now, these rumors have been floating around China now for quite a while. And I hadn't reported on them because they didn't appear to be all that serious. But now things are getting a bit noisier on these rumors. What are the rumors? Well, Nio has denied them. There are rumors swirling of an acquisition by BYD. Now, Nio doesn't have much choice in the matter. If BYD wanted to do a hostile takeover of Nio, I don't think Nio would have any say in the matter. And frankly, this would be good for Nio. Nio would be, they'd have a CEO that actually knows what he's doing and isn't a spendaholic maniac. They would have a CEO who actually has proven history of success. What do I mean by that? Well, I mean, have a look at BYD, right? BYD are about to overtake Ford. They've overtaken Nissan. They are likely to overtake Toyota by probably 2029, maybe 2030 at the latest. I mean, I'm not the only one saying this. I was the only one saying this 3 years ago. Now, many analysts are saying this is inevitable, and I think that that's pretty logical, right? BYD know how to make a car, and they can make a profit doing so. They're efficient, and they're aggressive, and they spend money primarily on vehicle development. Nio spend money on all kinds of random things. Nio houses, battery swap machinery, all kinds of stuff. And Nio continue to lose enormous sums of money. In the last quarter, Nio lost about $650 million US. That's in just 3 months alone. So this year they're on track to lose well over $2 billion. Now, that wouldn't be too bad if there was some sort of light at the end of the tunnel, but Nio doesn't really have a plan for profitability. It just plans on just status quo, just keep doing as we're doing. We'll make sub-brands upon sub-brands. They've got the new Onvo brand. They've got the Firefly brand. I mean, obviously no one outside of China has really ever heard of those car brands, except for a few niche car fans. And honestly, I don't really see how Nio will ever be successful. In my personal opinion, it's pretty likely Nio will be either acquired or go bankrupt. Now, if you think bankruptcy is not that likely, well, not many people thought. I mean, Carwell, when they tested the Horizon Auto EV, the luxury car that was outselling Porsche, easily the best-selling luxury vehicles in China. No one ever thought they'd go bankrupt. I mean, what was the chances, right? Well, they did. So it's entirely possible. Here's what Nio said. The company's recent situation is quite good. Cash flow turned positive in the third quarter. Oh my goodness. This is so misleading. Gross profit improved further in October, earning an extra RMB 100 million, and Onvo deliveries will exceed 10,000 in December, said Nio's Assistant Vice President for Branding and Communications. Now, here are the facts. The facts are Nio is constantly going to the market to try and raise funds because they are like crack cocaine addicts, spending money. They can't help it. As soon as they get $1, they spend it instantly. These guys don't sit around hoarding cash. They spend like crazy. And it's extremely misleading that the company would say, we're doing really well, we turned a positive cash flow in the third quarter, gross profit improved further in October. All of that is nonsense when you're losing $650 million in 3 months. That means they're losing more than $200 million every single month, and they're trying to spin it into being a positive. It's not positive. That's $2.5 billion loss every year. Now, yeah, if Nio was a new company, the second year, you make a loss. Reasonable, right? But they're not. Here's the other thing. Nio can sell carbon credits to their rivals. The Volkswagen Group can buy carbon credits from them. They probably do. So these losses that Nio are racking up include the sale of carbon credits, just like Tesla does. BYD's numbers come from that as well. BYD sells carbon credits. So a lot of people say, well, Tesla, they're just making money because they're selling carbon credits. Well, that's a significant part of their business. But it's the same for Nio, right? They're in the same position and they're still losing insane amounts of money. Now, apparently a screenshot of a WeChat was shared showing Nio asking BYD's head of branding and PR, Li Yunfei, if the person who posted the rumor is a BYD employee with knowledge of this information. If he is a BYD employee, he needs to issue a clarification and apologize. If not, then Nio and BYD can call the police together. So Nio has issued some enormous threats. And if you criticize Nio in China, like I probably couldn't make this video in China because Nio would take me to court. These guys are pretty aggressive. They are the most aggressive car company in China when it comes to taking people to court. There's no question. That is a definite fact, right? So already Nio are saying that they are going to sue the person who created this rumor. But it's not one person. This is numerous sources are saying that BYD have considered purchasing Nio. Now, personally, I think this is highly unlikely because why would BYD even want this company? What's the benefit for them? They have their own premium brands. Why take on this company? In my opinion, it makes no sense. Now, earlier today, the suspected BYD employee that posted content in a WeChat status saying that BYD and Nio would set up a joint venture with BYD taking 51% of the company and Nio 49%. The joint venture would acquire Nio for RMB 16.5 billion and Nio will remain independent in the future. This actually sounds plausible, right? This is not some kind of like, we heard BYD is going to purchase Nio. This is actually very factual here. The numbers here lead me to think that this is a leak of an actual meeting that did occur. Otherwise, the numbers seem bizarrely specific, right? When you hear leaks of stuff like this, it's very unusual they'd be so specific. Now, it's worth noting that rumors had already been circulating on Weibo a few days before that. They didn't get much attention, but then when this BYD staff member actually disclosed the details after the rumors had been floating around, all of a sudden Nio wanted to sue them. Makes you think there's definitely, where there's smoke, there is fire. So I believe that this is actually true. The previous rumors were mainly posted by car bloggers in a questionable tone, suggesting that the credibility of the rumors was low. But then apparently the rumor went viral because it was apparently from a BYD employee. Now, BYD actually has 900,000 employees. 900,000. I think that's more than any other Chinese company, period. That's insane. And actually, that is 400,000 more than the second largest company. They actually right now have 900,608 employees. One employee for every 4 cars that's produced. Now, obviously, BYD doesn't just make cars. They make batteries and chips and they make motors and all kinds of things. But anyway, Nio reported third quarter earnings on November the 20th, showing that free cash flow turned positive in the quarter. But as I said, they still lost a huge amount of money. The CEO is still attacking Tesla at every chance he can. And that, in my opinion, is coming from a position of weakness. You don't attack your rivals if you're coming from a position of strength, do you? Generally, you do what, say, XPeng CEO does. He ghosted. What did he do? He flies to the United States, tests full self-driving in California, tells the media he thought it was fantastic. A few months later, XPeng's P7 Plus comes out with Tesla only full self-driving, a similar system using vision only. The only car brand in the world using Tesla's similar technology with vision only. XPeng have in other models. They use LiDAR and other sensors, right? Anyway, the XPeng CEO does this, tells everyone how great it was, and then they reveal this new car, right, with vision only. Apparently, it's an improvement over XPeng's previous full self-driving. They get 32,000 pre-orders within 1 hour of revealing that car. And XPeng have now said they're on their way to breaking even next year. Now, Nio has no predictions of that whatsoever. As far as they're concerned, they'll keep on spending to austerity is something that certainly doesn't interest the company. So in their own interest, I mean, if you're a Nio stockholder, this would be good for you. This would be good if you were an employee at Nio. There's a good chance your company would be successful. I mean, I'd say that it would be much more likely you would be successful. But what do you guys think? Would it be good for BYD to purchase the company? I personally think it wouldn't be. I think it would be like taking on a difficult project that might be a money drain. You'd have to be dealing with what happens to Nio's CEO. Does he just quietly go? I doubt it. So then there'll be some challenges. There'll be some ego challenges. I think it wouldn't be a good move. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.